Right, welcome back to Spellbound Kingdoms. So, yeah, that works. Yeah, we left off last week and you'd arrived at Breakwater, and you were finding lovely ways to ensure the entire place collapses around you.
Quite literally, possibly.
Yeah, you're doing it correctly.
Look, the man Johannes never grew up to be a bricklayer, but he's doing the best.
Okay, so I think where we left off, we've done discard for 5 days of your 21, then 3 weeks, I said.
Yes, I think we've done myself and we've done discard in terms of... Oh no, I'd done like the first week, right, and we've done discard for 21 days.
No, discard for 5.
5 days, sorry.
Yeah. So we're on to Added and Arm.
Yep, well, his goal is to find some way to sabotage the gunpowder storage. So as a first step, he's hanging around the area between the Bastion and Cat Alley and sniffing all the soldiers passing by to find one that has a fear.
Okay.
Just out of interest, is that a Wraith thing or is that just something that Arn is good at?
It's a right thing.
What do you think?
They are able to sense when people have fears.
So, yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for that because, given enough time, you'll be able to find someone with a fear.
Right, and then Arn comes up to that person with the clipboard and says, it seems you might not be suitable for your position. We will have to do an emotional survey.
A what?
An emotional survey. And
Look, he already pulls out his bureaucratic papers. Look, I've got papers.
But it is merely some questions. Are you afraid to answer questions?
Okay, now he's trapped. You're a wraith. He can tell you're a bureaucrat. This is not a good position for him to be in. So
and Arn will get up close to him, lean in, lift up his mask so just the guy can see it, and use the racial ability Feed on Fear.
Ooh.
Where he has to make a reason roll versus the local doom.
Okay. This could go badly for the guy.
Yep.
I take it Added is thugging out proper.
No, he's doing perfectly acceptable methods of dealing with people. Yeah. So, I've got the game paused.
Oh.
Sorry about that. So, yeah, that would just be a reason roll. He's got to make a reason roll, did you say? Or you have?
He does.
He does. Okay. What stat would he be rolling for reason? Do we have any generic NPCs? I don't think there is.
I would say probably, 6 is like the normal.
Yeah.
Like for characters, 6 is around the average, so...
Maybe Mook should be 4s then?
Sample NPCs, here we go.
Oh, good. Okay, there's samples.
Kingsman, Veteran, Outlaw Witch, White, Engineer. And then, no. Where's that goddamn basic person? Hired Muscle. Reason 4. That seems about right. Alright, and the Doom is 3. So he ain't got much chance of getting this.
Well, he wins ties, doesn't he?
Well, it's not an opposed roll, he's rolling against the Doom.
Okay. But does the Doom win ties?
No.
Well, no, you either make it or don't. There's no ties.
Okay.
So, yeah, he will make it. He will not make it, sorry.
Yep. All right. Well, with him quailing, Arn will drag him off and do an inventory about handling all that scary gunpowder.
Mm.
It's like, where do you get it from? Are you nervous about being near the building? Are you nervous about loading it onto the guns? Are you nervous it might blow up and destroy the city?
And if not, why not?
Have you been properly managing the magazine type thing?
Right, the
Oh,
goal
yes.
right now is to find the secret gunpowder storage by working it out of this guy without asking directly.
Okay.
That second one.
Ooh dear.
This guy
He's not
crumples
so
like a paper bag. So,
Arn has this rights.
the gunpowder is basically kept in two main places. And they are inside the Grand Battery and inside the fortress. It's one of those things that it would be parcelled out to the outer guns if necessary, but for the most part, it's considered better to keep it in. There are smaller stocks in ports, but they tend to be shipments rather than stockpiles. Being a port, there's always gunpowder coming through, so there'll be a random warehouse that probably has gunpowder in it, but that won't be there for long, and it'll be just moving as the ships come in and out.
Right, but they'd be taking some into the fort, right?
At some point, yes, because of course you have to replace gunpowder regularly, being a powder and lack of proper drying equipment.
With how often they're running gun drills, I imagine they're needing constant restocks.
Yes, that'd be the Grand
Right.
Battery. The fortress, not so much. The fortress doesn't do that as many guns because that's under the control of the Lord Commander Halner, Persalios. The Grand Battery, under control of Master. Sorry, just clipping off their surnames. This is Macacardius. Yes, they do daily guns and they have a lot more gunpowder going in. Probably weekly deliveries for them, if not every other day.
It would be funny if the Grand Battery and the Fortress started shooting each other.
Well, the current plan is just sneak something into one of the shipments that will blow up nicely, in the middle of the main gunpowder battery.
There must be some sort of. I mean, I'm just thinking of anything else that sort of combusts as it decays that we can get our hands on in reasonably good order for that sort of thing.
Yeah, that'd be the main challenge. Is a timed fuse is relatively difficult without electronics.
Or a remote detonator.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. But in fairness, this is the days of, your remote detonator is how long the piece of rope attached to the gunpowder barrel is. So,
Well, we just need to introduce it shortly before the invasion is coming. If we can do it a day or two before, they won't have time to repair.
true. And frankly, if that's all we're doing, then we don't have to worry about it being remote as such. We just have to worry about getting in and getting out again.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and actually, there's ways to start a fire. There are certain plant-based oils that will spontaneously catch fire if you just leave them out for a few hours. Linseed
I
oil
could
in
just light
particular.
it.
Or magic.
Well, it needs to
Immediately blast.
survive for a few hours until it gets to the battery. So
Come to think of it, I mean, this is something to investigate. This isn't something we've looked into yet. But if you're looking for sort of that plant-based oil stuff, we could do worse than checking out the grain houses.
That would be more of I think that oil thing would be more of you would need a acid to eat through something over time
I bet we could get it from a fixer.
if we had a fixer or an engineer. Too bad we only have a mage.
You have a mustache, right?
Yes.
In Fuego.
What?
I believe he
said
said
nothing.
Fuego.
Are you going to do something horrible to my? Well, I don't have. Okay, do I have a stash? Go take a look at my character again.
I was
don't
just
think
you
explaining
have
how I
a
can
stash.
set things on fire remotely.
Yes. Yes, you kind of have the kind of beardy stash that's kind of.
Yes.
So don't
I
worry about
ha-
good man.
If
There is
if I
Don't
took
even
the well, here's the
taunt
thing. If I
wizards,
took
you
the
are flammable.
if I took the beard down, if I took away the beard, I could have like a wonderful Yosemite Sam stash.
Right up until you insult the wizard, and then it's a wonderful and then it's a
No, no.
wonderful Blackbeard stash.
No, I see this as a new career option for the wizard. It's like how there used to be barber surgeons. Now there's barber wizards.
Yes. That one's actually really easy.
Don't like your haircut? All right, hold still. Away you go.
No, I reserve that for people who stiff me on the bill. Or
Oh,
don't
fair.
tip.
All right, fair enough. I roll you down the streets. There,
Nope,
you've been
needs to be
counted.
lit.
That's
Well,
a joke. Sorry, go on. Adam.
well, that's something we can figure out. I mean, slow matches were and slow burning candles or such were things even at the time. So
Yes.
Still, it's getting in and getting it set up and not getting it discovered.
right. So Arn will go to one of these supply warehouses and ask to speak to one of the foremen.
Guys,
Hmm?
Binary Inferno, page 143.
Mm.
Page 143.
Oh, that's perfect. A liquid keyed to a particular person's chemistry. When exposed to air within several feet of the target, the liquid ignites into an inferno.
Oh,
That sounds like a traps item, if anything.
That sounds
Alchemy.
excellent for what we need.
Well, that's if
I-
somebody is close to it. It says.
yes, but I see where he's coming from with this. If you could get, say, it keyed to someone who goes in there on a regular basis,
Exactly.
like not the commander, sorry, but like whoever's in charge of the gunpowder store, if you could
Mhm.
get a hand of their, well, not genetic material, that seems like a little deep dive of what this is, but if you could key it to that person, they would just walk. I mean, the problem there is you'd have to smear this person in this liquid.
No. The liquid goes on the gunpowder.
You
in
just
an
need
open air
somebody who's going to
container,
touch the
And
gunpowder.
then when
Oh!
he gets close to it, liquid explode.
Right, sorry, I'm with you again. Okay.
Gunpowder go boom.
The trick with that would be getting it in the right time scale that it doesn't, like, if you put it in a week early and he goes to work, then,
Yes.
you know,
They may have
you'll
replaced
need to get it in, like, the night before or whatever.
Mhm.
Because then
Right.
you're pretty sure that he would then run to the guns and start loading the guns, at which point, kablowy.
Whoops. Bang. All right, where's Jackie Fisher when you need him and his ships?
We need to find a fixer.
Well, there's two parts to this. We need to make this chemical, so we need to kidnap somebody who works in the cannons, and also we need to get the chemical in. And I have a plan to do that.
Go on.
Okay, we go to the warehouse leader of one of the people who transhipped this gunpowder and says, "Oh, we suspect gunpowder smuggling. Take this crate of specially treated gunpowder that we can trace so we can bust the smugglers."
Yeah, that might work.
Nice. I like that, particularly given that, from what we're understanding here, the garrison commander is conscientious enough to be doing constant repeated drills. So making it look as if it's a conscientious tip-off of doing duty and all that might play into his psyche better.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, no, I see that.
Yep, that's something Arn would do with this additional information, is go to one of these warehouses of these transshipment points. Ask to speak to the foreman.
Right. The foreman will foot down to you. Being a rather hefty chap.
And Arn will explain to him that we suspect that there is smuggling of the gunpowder, that so much is being used, so you will take part in a sting. I will supply you with specially treated gunpowder, and if it is used elsewhere, we can trace that.
Trouble is, Binary Inferno has a cost of 4.5 thousand and a wealth level of 10.
Oh, that's an important detail.
I just looked it up.
Eesh,
bit expensive. Does anyone have
May
2,000
need
gold?
to. We might just need to look for some cheaper options.
Yeah, back to the slow burning candle plan.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, if I remember correct, so Terran's been so after a week we back up again to cross reference our material. So we meet at the pub. Whatever pub we're going to name it.
Sulfur. How does that work?
Is it a seaside pub? Probably a sea. We'll see one of the
Yeah,
dock pubs.
it'll be something nautical formed.
Not explosive.
Neckbeard's Revenge or something like that.
Nick,
Yeah, valid.
the salty shanty, I'm sure. So gentlemen, I have gone and gotten in good with the deliveries and Teamsters, and I have gotten myself some work over at the what they call that thing, the fortress, or at least the governor's areas. How are y'all doing?
There's been a relatively decent bit of sabotage on little Miss Wizard Lady's tower. So on the day of her big supposed appearance against the pirates when they arrive, I'll be up there to help deal with her, and B, if we're really lucky, she'll take a terrible fall.
So you kind of greased her wheels, you would say.
A bit more masonry, but no, I wouldn't grease her wheels. I greased her roof.
Hmm.
That-
Shingle her on the roof.
That was actually genuinely
Hmm?
Okay, I hate that discard, but I like it well done.
What? What?
No,
Huh?
Shingo on the roof was actually just I hate that pun, but it was genuinely quite good. I'm just saying,
Fair.
well done.
Fair enough.
You broke him slightly, which is good.
Reboot. And the other two.
Cricket.
Okay.
I have a plan to introduce burnable material to the gunpowder stores of the battery to render it inoperable.
I have heard some interesting rumors about the governor of this area and how much he's on the take. That for Red houses would be interesting to get some material on what he's doing.
Well, if she's already a crook, I suppose it's entirely possible that's a means of putting it into the warehouses.
Beryl, or would you? How about you?
I think they were talking to you.
I've been studying magic all week. What?
Have you learned any magic? Is the question.
Yes!
What are you better
Fireball,
at doing?
Lightning bolt. I can cure diseases by turning people into wolves. Really convenient.
No practical demonstrations in a public pub, please.
So
it's just about to transform
nothing.
forward.
So nothing when it comes to infiltration or figuring things out.
It's not really my skills.
Fair enough.
I suppose one of your new spells, Bunny Happy Chance, just so happens to be a portal A to B, does it?
So we
But
have
certainly
at least one more week, gentlemen. I do believe, or we two. I'm trying to remember.
2 weeks, I believe.
You've
more
got 2
weeks.
weeks.
2 weeks. So, say about 10 days from now, we're going to at least have everything in place. So, and can be done in 4, right?
Sorry, just
What?
every other sentence your accent dips into the sort of Russian I remember from the old Blofeld Bond movies.
Yes.
It's just sorry, I just get flashbacks of you. That and you with a little white cat and just it's messing with my head slightly. Sorry, it's entirely
Sorry.
it's
it's
fine.
If you need a remote thing catch on fire, I can do that.
Oh, how?
I just put a magic in an object.
Define object. Like, is this something we'd pick up off the
Is-
street and just leave in the
What
warehouse.
are the
rock
parameters of this?
In the bottom of a bag of gunpowder?
What would the parameters of this magic be?
Well, I could cause, say, a bag of gunpowder to catch fire on Tuesday.
Good.
Doesn't
Good.
have to be Tuesday.
I
You
wonder
can
if
specify any time.
Think so.
I have the lovely
Is it-
visual of your character
Yes.
just looking for a spell book and reading the chit rules while he's having this.
Pretty much. Told you
You
I've been
go-
studying magic all week.
Turn price-wise clockwise to attempt the dating. Whoever wrote this was terrible.
Yes.
Wait, what? For dating?
No, I'm making up like terrible magic lore. So instead of like to set the time, like to set the dating. Anyway, so what skill would that be, Taryn? Just out of interest.
Under page 37, scrolls, potions, and candles. Specifically, it says that if you are a generalist at doing this, which is called a trap, apparently, you can trap spells in any form: potion, sacrificial animal, child's daydream, anything.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. So we have plans to deal with two of our major issues, so we just have to deal with the fortress.
So
Right.
how many trap bags of gunpowder do you want in there?
As many as will fit in a crate, obviously.
I can do one. Okay.
Well, gunpowder does have a tendency to
It'll share.
chain.
The fortress is going to be a trickier beast by the fact they'll actually be guarding it properly. But on the other hand,
Right. We should do a bag or something inside the box, because if you're magically attuned and you touch the item itself, you'll know it's magicked.
oh,
But you
okay.
have to touch it.
So put rock in bag, put bag
rock
in powder.
in box. Yeah.
Okay.
No, well, I'm sure they do shipment by crates. That was standard in the Age of Sail. So
Would it be good to have at least a fallback plan? Because do you think they would have some sort of countermeasure for such machinations? Do you think they go on these things go undergo some sort of not some what's the word? Not inspection? You would think.
well, as long as they inspect it within the fortress itself, it should be fine.
Okay. So let's presume then that we have the little old lady mage who either will fall to her death when she's attempting to haul back the barbarians, or we go with plan B and we use the route I put up there and take her out ourselves. We have a plan in the works to get some primed gunpowder, or rather something that's going to set off the gunpowder, into the storage area for the ground battery. We need to do that, but we have the plan in shape to actually get the ground battery exploded the day before the barbarians arrive. As the fortress goes, we know it has a separate powder store. It won't be as big as the ground batteries, but if you have enough magical fuel in the tank, I don't know how you wizards work. But if you have enough magical fuel in the tank to do that twice, doing that again to the fortress is an option.
Nope.
Just no.
No. One is
I
all I
appreciate-
can handle right now.
I appreciate the clarity. In that case,
I might be able to do a deluge, a rainstorm, a monsoon. I think you have to keep that stuff dry.
you do have to keep powder dry, that's true. That could well work. I suppose only slight drawback being that you would also have to, I suppose you'd have to have eye of sight on where you're putting the monsoon inside the fort as opposed to just on its roof. Is what I would presume.
Actually, no, hang on. Fog would be better. Yeah, I could cover the whole thing in fog. Can't hit what you can't see, right?
Very true. Plus, at the end of the day, bad weather would be less suspicious for there's a mage foot.
Right. I'll cover the whole side of that of the area in fog then.
It would also help with admittedly what I was going to suggest as a backup plan for, which is, end of the day, it's only got one way in and one way out, the main gate. If all else fails, we could reasonably set ourselves up to just control the gatehouse so that when our friends land, they could just run straight to the fortress.
Well, it's more the fact we're trying. I mean, yes, probably. Wherever
But
we need,
actually,
where
it's
we
a
need to
fair
be
point.
when things are set up.
Yeah, I mean, but blanketing in fog is a fair shout, actually. Making it impossible to see the boats to shoot at is a good take.
I mean, we also make the boats have trouble coming this way too. I'm thinking if there's anything going to be blanketing and doing the fog trick, it would be bombs on the ships themselves. But it's not.
That could work. I'd be hesitant about putting the fog on our allies' ships just in case it confuses them and causes them to go off course.
No, I mean, Vrom's will be casting this fog magic if she, depending on whatever whatever skill she has with magic in the first place.
So we're pretty sure the wizard is going to be neutralized, right?
Either she'll be neutralized by the sabotage I've set in place, or I will be up there to neutralize her.
So I should fog, say, about like that.
So it's on the wrong
Maybe a little
page.
further down.
Yeah.
Going to be a stretch. I think I can manage it.
I mean, if you can, yes, because that would blanket most of the Grand Battery's guns and the fortress.
Mm-hmm. And still leave a good open bit over this area where our ships can actually land. Oh, look who's back.
True.
Hmm.
Not to mention, if all goes well, we'd be dealing with the wizard, so she wouldn't be interfering with their landing on the bay anyway.
Precisely.
I do want to stress that I do still feel like dealing with the wizard is something we need to proactively do on the day. She is a mage. She might be a bit arrogant and a little bit sort of,
Major.
to borrow a modern terminology, she might be a little bit Miss Marple. But I don't want to leave a mage to chance. So I recommend that's something we're actually doing on D-Day.
Anyway, so we have some ideas. So we'll at least have another week before we had to get anywhere near go time.
Yes.
So I'm gonna see if I can get further in my infiltrations, or at least my be in the proper places to see if I can help slip this in. How about you? Give me a second. How about you, Arn? What do you think we should be doing next? What's your plan?
Well, I can place my plan into action a day or two before the scheduled arrival.
Hmm.
Do you need a second pair of hands of that, or do you think you could take that on relatively by yourself?
Probably need a strong back to move a crate of gunpowder.
Yeah, all right, fine. I've done worse. So let's presuppose then that we get the gunpowder into the Grand Battery that has been primed. Grand Battery goes up. We're in position to deal with the mage, either because she'll naturally kill herself on the sabotage, or we'll get rid of her. And then we'll have a giant blanket of fog over the bay-ish.
At least over the fortress.
Yes. Granted, if we blow the Grand Battery's powder up the day before the invasion, they might have a few shots, but they won't have enough to keep going for a long fight.
Yes, there won't be time to resupply.
No, true. Okay. What other plans then do we think we can reasonably set into motion in the next 2 weeks we've got going? Do we, for example, want to try and rile up the populace? If they're too busy looking inward, they won't be looking outward, sort of thing.
I mean, the best thing you can do to rile up populace riling would probably be thing rumors, paranoia, and so forth. Say say maybe some. We know that this lady has her proclivities for the wrong side of the law. So if there was, say, the idea, the rumor of of a imperial judge or so forth. How is the court system, by the way? Are there investigators, one would say, that could enter in to find such dastardly do's? What keeps such things in line?
The bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy, yeah.
So if you would say that the bureaucracy that she may have caught the eye of the bureaucracy and someone was snooping, that could bring her paranoia to a bend.
Well, she's already paid off someone within the bureaucracy to cover for her, and I lack status to challenge that myself.
Well, it's not the truth of the matter. It's the suspect of the matter. Even if one of the bureaucracy was paid off, that means you have an even greater scandal to unearth to improve your standing. If not,
Not if the proper donation forms were filled out.
Public outcry is quite powerful, though, I think, is the general point Court's making. This is not sort of whether or not she's filled out the right bribery forms. This is more if we can get the peasantry riled up enough where they're angry with the guards will be too busy looking at peasants rather than anything we're doing. Or, indeed, our friends coming in a couple of weeks.
We could try seeing about getting in contact with the other side of the Civil War.
True. I feel like this deep in the heartland, that might be... I mean, sympathizers might be rare on the ground, but it's possible.
Well, if they don't exist, perhaps we could make them exist. A few posters here and there.
Yeah, a good propaganda campaign wouldn't hurt. That's true.
As I say, paranoia is our best bet for such things. It's the idea more than the actuality. Well, anyway, gentlemen, I think we have a good idea for our next week. We will return here. So about say 8 days from now, or maybe find a different pub. What do you think?
I think maybe finding a different pub might be a good idea. Let's face it, we stand out. Coming to the same pub
We'll
too much.
go to the
Yes.
the pub across the way then, across the street.
Yeah, the next sailor's pub, chicken on a
Chicken on the roof.
You're
Fair
going in
enough.
hard on the fiddler on the roof today. I like it.
He's had one
Hey,
success and he's following it up.
Yeah, no, that's
We're in
fair.
the Roofers District. What do you expect?
Oh, right. Okay. No roofying the bartender.
Anyway, all right. So who wants to go first for the next week?
Should we let Added or Terran go, seeing as Discard you and I went first last time?
I mean, good.
I could try my hand at rabble rousing.
Or
Yep. There's always a
paranoia
rabble, but
spreading.
sometimes they need
Or
rousing.
rumor spreading.
I mean, I do have some experience in organizing underground, secret kind of things.
There would probably be some reason rolls.
Well, don't be unreasonable.
I mean, I'm very reasonable.
He's very reasonable.
My reason for reasoning.
But is your reasoning sound?
Maybe. Possibly.
Right. Where would you go to raise some rabbles?
Well, probably not the Roofers District, since we seem to have set up camp here. Oh, most likely outside of the city. Let's see. if I could get some rumors going about huge amounts of treasure being held in the battery.
Is it the battery commander that's corrupt or the fortress commander?
Fortress Commander's the
Fortress
corrupt
Commander.
one.
Make sure it's the fortress commander, then it'll be more believable if you're tagging someone who's already known to be a crook.
Yes, but we're not blowing up the blowing a big hole in the fortress.
I mean, well, another
Oh,
good
yeah.
way is to say that the battery commander is sick of the fortress commander's shit and is looking to figure out a way to have her replaced.
Mhm.
Good. That's a good rumor to probably say to start the spread. He's got to go fill out the rumor spreading form.
Would you like to inspect this cannon? Head first.
Hmm.
I like the idea of a rumour spreading form.
It's very Monty
Have you
Python.
filled out your insurrection paperwork?
Oh no, I haven't yet.
So you can't start insurrection until you've done all the paperwork. Have you not followed the latest news, Sir Apprentice? You can't strike it, it's going to be inconvenient for anyone.
No, you're quite right. You're quite right. My apologies.
You have to get at least 50% of the vote on a 45% or more turnout.
Hmm.
I feel like I need a little button we just press. It just goes satire.
I wish.
Anyway,
Mhm.
what do you say?
It's a freaking accent. Sorry.
I think I'm going to stick with my original plan. Your plan seems to involve dealing with people of too high a social class for my taste.
Fair enough. Well, it's not really dealing with. It's just
Lebs.
spreading the rumors of
Let's.
slandering, as one would say.
Armor. Do.
So, you just going to head off into the Rufus district?
No, definitely not the Rupert's district. Probably outside the walls.
Into town.
You know, around this place. Just
Yeah. See, these people will probably be generally a bit more grumpy.
mhm.
Because they live probably downwind of the Grand Battery, and every day they get 2 rounds of gunfire.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like, oh, here we go again.
Powder smoke.
Smell of gunpowder. And it's got a distinctive smell, and it lingers, gunpowder does. And my dad does historical reenactments, by the way. I'm not some sort of terrorist.
For now.
For now. The
Look, we're
greatest
all
one I
talking
went
about-
to an American Civil War one where they fired 10 cannon at once and set every car alarm in the car park off. Just the
Oh, boy.
vibration was just like that. It's
Good times.
Oh yeah, sorry. Old-fashioned gunpowder was so inconsiderate when it came to Tesla cars, didn't
Anyway, so yeah, you wander the streets and you probably pick just after the first round of explosions begin.
Mm-hmm.
People are just like, it's fresh in their memory.
Oh, it isn't all bad. I mean, have you seen the heaps of treasure they've got in there?
What? Do you have room for treasure apart from the gunpowder?
What do they think it's so tall?
What? Sure, the treasure's in the fort. Yeah.
Ah, that's basement level. Yeah, mostly they want us cleaning staff kept out of there, but occasionally you get a glimpse, you know. Piles of gold, walls of fruit preserves, hams as big as your arm.
But you said hands as big as your arm. That's a bit nasty.
I said hams as big as your arm.
Hands.
Remember,
hands.
this place is going through a famine.
No, hands. Sorry, I
Oh,
can't
hands.
do the
No, ham.
Yeah.
What?
Definitely hams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As I say, it doesn't look like they're ever poorly fed in there, does it?
Nope. Nah. Just wealth on wealth. You should definitely get a job up there. I once had an apple sandwich. Great.
Why would you put an apple in a sandwich?
Jelly.
What's jelly?
I'm not sure, but oh man, it was good.
I lost. What are we talking about again?
I'm citing the populace.
He's citing the populace.
With apple jelly?
Yes.
Apparently. I thought you were going for the "you jelly about this" pun, but no. Apparently,
No.
we're literally using sandwiches as the
No.
Straight
age.
up
I-
true.
Apparently he's going straight for food envy.
Yep. Look,
Okay.
I know poor people.
Oh.
Okay,
Just-
can we have that on a
are you just gonna call them, make them think they're Ponzi toshers? Oh, look at them eating the fancy cheese. Ever have a brick at 'em?
At this point, I'd like to think that Cord is actually here as like an infiltrator in the crowd with yet another unconvincing accent.
I'll allow it.
Oh, look at them eating with the pinkies out. What other knobs?
But just remember, cheese isn't is an animal product, so it probably still exists. Tea, on the other hand, is a plant.
Sorry, I'm dying myself. Go.
Gray, will there be a role for this?
Yes, there will be a role for this.
Fantastic.
just-
Can I apply my
look, you
history
got
of
me.
raising an underground sporting
Good
ring?
job.
This will be a charisma role, I think.
I don't have any of that.
Oh, bloody hell.
Well, yeah. If
Um,
you're trying to spread rumors
right.
without rabble rousing,
On the
that
other
would
hand-
be treason.
The apple sandwich.
Reason?
Mhm.
I'm, however, 100% certain my ambition of dethroning the nobility of the empire applies to this.
I was about to suggest that as well, so yes.
Oh yeah,
Ugh.
that gives me my heart die as a bonus die.
Your inspiration, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you're not
Which is-
actually trying
oh,
to
yes,
go
it's hard.
the full insurrection. You're putting in the rumors and the whispers now.
Of course, they'll never share any of it out, but things happen.
All right.
All right, charisma with a heart die. Good thing I rolled that charisma die.
Right, the charisma die explodes. Not that it matters.
Where's my
You
D10?
smash the doom.
I smashed the dooms in the
And
heart.
was there any way to critical? I think we've been higher than that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you
No.
you can't go any higher on a doom roll, but you get the extra die.
Sadly, the doom can't roll a 1.
Well,
Or
the
what
doom,
is
the doom doesn't roll, so.
Yeah, it's a 1. It's a 1.
But yeah, you kind of like ferment, and like there's people talking. The idea of gold just goes flat. Everyone thinks
Yep.
the gold's in the fortress. The idea of they're stocking up on good rations. I remember we were in the middle of a general kind of famine. Not so much here because this is a port town, but things are definitely hyper food inflation's going on, and only trade is keeping this empire alive at this point. And so yes, it's just people going around. After a day or so, you hear rumours coming back that are even more wild than anything you could have come up. Roasted swans and like the garrison either bathed in wine.
The
Careful.
second fire from the battery is just there to cover up the smell of the barbecue.
We'll be moving on from apple jam onto other projects. It'll be gooseberry next, and then this shit will
Funny
really take
story,
off.
I had gooseberry jam
sure-
at my folks' place the other day.
The sheer amount of expense
good.
spent of your taxes on their fineries, on their refined, on their wines, on whatever fermented degeneracy they have.
Or as most people would call it, iron brew. No,
What's iron brew?
That's not fermented.
it's the exact opposite.
Oh, it's I thought it was an energy drink, right?
It's a very grim
Soda.
energy drink.
It's not.
How
Quite,
great-
no,
we-
it's not even an energy drink. Because for an
Well-
energy drink, it would have to contain like more caffeine or anything. It's just a pop. It's like cola.
Yeah, that's a fair. Yeah,
So you're saying like a Monster Energy type thing?
No,
Or
No.
is it
no,
just
it's basically like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, something
like
like
Mountain
that. It's
Dew.
just got its extremely weird taste that can't be described as
confirm.
anything apart from iron brew.
Picked up a 6-pack of it once.
oh, that was your first.
I thought it was illegal.
I-
I thought it was like illegal in America or something like that.
No?
No,
I mean, to
Oh,
be
fair
fair, it
enough.
would be the first time I'd agree with that
You're
plan.
thinking of Kinder Eggs.
I mean, I know you guys have banned stuff like blackcurrants, which is weird, but
Yeah, no, I looked over at that. Yeah, I found that thing today. I'm like, why?
I know. I've got a blackcurrant bush in my garden. It's amazing. I'm like, how would you blackmail? It's like, oh, we got
Why do we
blueberries.
have a 100 years of war versus like European fruits?
Well, you see,
Yeah.
they're delicious.
We have declined, sir. Okay, let's
Okay.
continue on.
So, yes, added. What's your guy up to?
Okay. Well, he's going to take a little while to make up some parchment broadsheets of like revolutionary propaganda.
Huh?
Then it's going to go around to random houses in like the posher districts, like the old districts. And he's going to like knock on doors, hold up one broadsheet and say, "Hey, this was found on the wall of your compound. And I'm sure some rabble rouser put this up, but I'm going to check later. And if yours is the only house with this parchment on it, then we'll know you're a rebel sympathizer." Just hand it off to them.
You're going to make other people do your bill posting.
Manipulation is a hell of a drug.
That's beautiful. I love it.
No, I like that a lot. That's really good.
All right.
It's like the reverse surveillance state.
That'd be a reason roll, I think.
Well, and I'm taking my motivation shame upon the proud to take a hard die.
Yep. Well, you made it. Just for the D4.
Okay, then. But yeah, and then just wait a couple days, make sure people are actually doing that, and then like tip up the guards. Hey, there's a lot of rebel propaganda going around. Have you seen it?
Or you should do something.
Yeah, that'll be probably a quick response to the guard. You know, rebel propaganda is something that even the the governor can't ignore.
Yep, and that's going to raise tensions.
Oh yes. Now this is where it gets interesting. How hard does the governor respond?
We'll check her own reason roll.
Yep, I'm gonna have to do that.
What would her doom be versus this?
It'd be the standard doom, I guess.
I mean, okay. I mean, what would her response be?
All right, she passes her reason roll.
Boo.
So it's gonna be controlled. It's not going to increase the doom. You know, if she failed her reason roll, she would have gone like full Garrison sweeping the streets, breaking down doors, cracking down.
Yeah.
But this is more of a kind of like controlled sweep. It's just propaganda. You know, it's bad, but for the moment, it could just be one person sticking up bills. And she's not going to inflame the entire town amidst a situation. Sorry, my stomach kicked in worse.
That's all right.
So, you will see an increased presence and people get annoyed, but there's no mass arrests or anything like that. They probably do accidentally catch an actual rebel. But, you know, they were getting caught anyway.
Yeah, to be fair, if the local native rebels were that confident, I suspect something would have happened here before now.
Yeah.
It's the People's Front of Judea splitters all over again, I suspect.
Probably.
Didn't actually have a follow-up to that, so
It's fine. But yeah, you've got them worried. Yeah, they're probably going to be at least more distracted for that. So yes, she's not a complete idiot apparently.
Boo.
So last time I checked, my where I was at the end of my thing, I had just been being put around being made a part of which team? The Teamsters around the main fortress area, right?
The Grand Battery, I think.
Yeah, it's the Grand Battery.
You've been assigned to the people who help deliver stuff to the Grand Battery, which will be very useful. You know, when time comes to slip in a certain gunpowder.
Certain gunpowder case. So I'm going to work on being known as you know how it is. You find a new guy, but he's actually competent. So I want people to be giving me work essentially. I'm trying to earn like some quick and dirty trust.
Okay.
You know, you know how it is. Someone blows in, and next thing, they're one of the rare people that used to be like everyone just immediately like, ah, no, he's always been here.
Yeah, no.
So
Another one, yeah.
So I'm gonna tap my inspiration for being known well and far. So that gives me my heart dice.
Yep.
So 1d8 and roll 1d6. Ah, good. Just bringing donuts, saying hello, moving twice as much as anyone, showing off with my rippling muscles. You know what? Heck, I'm gonna do one strength check just to move even more.
Yep, even against the Doom, you make that. So, yep, you impress everyone. You're putting in the work. You will be noticed. Obviously, everyone's talking about you.
I will speak of my mama and how she always wanted me to be of service to the Empire and everything. Unfortunately, I didn't. I was denied my name. So I have to be this person here now. That kind of thing.
Yeah. So you'll be like, yeah, you're in. You're quite well known. People are quite friendly with you, even after like a couple of days, and often called to help. And you'll actually get a look at the battery, I think.
Yay! Actually, having a map of the battery.
Yep. Before I opened that, where's that gone? I told you to import it. You did not import it. You lied to me. It's called the Barrow for some reason, because I'm an idiot.
The Barrow.
The Barrow. I think I clicked on the wrong thing. I've probably overwritten one of the old accents. Alright. And configure. Oh, I've just told it navigation. Alright, you should all have access to the battery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, we do.
This is not the whole thing, but it'll give you an idea of how it's laid out.
1 second. We do not have tokens with vision in the sea.
God damn it.
Dark.
That's the one thing always about it. Like, I wish you can just have this a toggle whether or not you have
Yes,
vision.
I would very much like token vision toggle. Rather than be on, to be off. Have a quick look in the settings.
I think it's everything just assumed that you want to have a line of sight map.
Cool. Default token configuration, configure permissions. Chat bubbles, scrolling text. Sorry. Token vision animation, we don't care. Yeah, I'll look that up in between. So, yes, this is like the entry point to the battery. So you have a barracks, a storeroom. In the centre is the officers' kind of quarters.
Okay.
Why is this not letting me scroll up and down on it?
Can you do the right click, move the map?
Yeah,
Sort of drag.
I'm trying that, but it's not letting me right click and move the map.
Yeah.
Which it should for me. And then at the bottom, along the side, you've got the guns. They only point outwards, not inwards. They assume the fortress will cover anything that actually gets into the harbour. And then powder stores along the way with heavy reinforced doors. And you'll get kind of familiar to this. The men will be hanging around. And, of course, bringing in gunpowder and stuff like that, you have to have access to this. So, I'm not sure we need a combat map for this. Now it's working. Why is it not? Now is it working now? But I wanted to make one, so
Yeah,
it's all good. What I'm going to do is get rid of that padding. Also, I'd like it not to have 25% padding.
That's a terrible pillow. You should be having at least 50% padding, if not better.
So I take it that this place may be the magazine.
The magazine's at the very bottom with the barrels. And then
Okay.
they've got a general storeroom, which is where they keep all the other stuff. And this is the nearest the entrance is where the commander's office is. So this isn't just like a general office. This is the battery commander's office. And you will have seen the battery commander wandering around.
What we got you gave a picture of him, didn't you?
I'm not sure if I actually shared it. I've got a picture. He's here.
Okay, well yeah, you did. You shared that. Okay, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
All right. At least we know the look of the battery commander if he can be incapacitated on the day.
Top.
If he could be incapacitated the day before the day of, it would be or around the time of maybe when the magazine goes up. Who knows?
Okay.
But I have a straight shot in. How about their security though, Gray? When it comes to them bringing stores in, how are they particularly lax? Or do they check the shipments? Does he go and check the entire quality of the grain, or what? The grade, or what?
There will be random checks. Probably not.
Not sabotage, I'm sure.
Not. They'll check the powder to make sure it's powder. There'll probably be periodic, like tests of it, but magic wise, nothing you will see. But you are not in there for long. So
he's also not spellbound, so detecting magic kind of difficult.
Yes, that's to say you don't see a wizard, but
or are
then
you
again,
spellbound?
yeah, or
anything magical, magically looking.
Well, not that you know, anyway, because you're not spellbound either.
Yeah.
There's no one with a big pointy hat. Let's put it that way.
Well, I don't. Well, the thing about being spellbound is that everyone knows if you know the look, you're going to be seen. I mean.
Yeah.
Well then, is there anything I can? So, how many days do you say this would took, Gray?
Probably about 3 more days.
3 days.
Yeah, you roll pretty well.
All right then. Around this time, catch a smoke with some people, talk. Get the lay, and so forth. Just see if I can get any scuttlebutt, or get anyone with loose lips. 7.
Yep. Yeah, you'll be able to talk with the some of the gunners. They like a chat.
Chat a smoke.
Yeah. Smoking, of course, happens well away from the gunpowder.
Oh no, we use this emberless cigarettes. They're magic, so they don't get shit. They don't burn.
Oh, it's weird. You just puff out like massive clouds of smoke.
Yeah, so they just turn. No fire required. They just add smokify right in front of you.
Yeah, it's called out of this magical material called Willy Pete.
Do they come in random flavors?
I mean, well, they do. They have nicotine, so I'm sure there's this. They're just cigars without fire.
Not vaping then.
Sir, we're civilized people.
I mean, to be fair, can I roll this? Can I roll perception on that? Have you met us?
So, do they have any what are they just talking about right now? What are they interested in? Is there any like particular big days or something that they've heard rumor about?
Not really. It's mainly just kind of getting grumpy that the like the watch commander is running all these drills. I mean, he seems to be pushing quite heavily for the drills.
Is there anyone here no particular reason?
No,
Does he-
not
does
that
he-
I know
does-
of.
Well, then I'm gonna have to. Well, then the best thing I could probably do is there any point in time in the where the commander's office say is unobserved? One would say. Say one could sneak in. One could say walk in with a ledger looking for somebody, and then no one be there, so I could just take a quick glance.
You could have a go at sneaking in. That's certainly an option.
Well, yeah, just say someone is checking something to the commander, and I slip in and just say like, oh, if you seem very busy, I can do that for you. Being the very casual, being the very helpful kind of guy.
Yeah.
So, I think I can do one more. I think I can only do one. Have I already? No, I used my inspiration earlier beforehand, but I can do that again now. Can I? Is this the same scene or different scene?
Difficult to see.
Okay. Well, let me see. What? Yeah, no. Let's just go for that one then. 1d6 hard die. Okay. So I slip. I basically just help. I'm being the overly helpful guy. Just take some of the materials, and I'm just being okay. I can run these to the commander. Don't worry.
All right.
And to get into his office.
Yeah, they'll kind of say, just don't touch anything. You move even a pencil, and you'll notice.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm just gonna put these in the inbox, and no one will have to worry. No one notice. Okay. So getting inside, is there anything not touching anything, but is there anything in the notes, anything on the desk or anything I can look at?
Not really.
What do you have any information?
He'll have the standard schedules and stuff like that, but there's nothing you would find that's actually useful as in schedule. Like, there's no kind of like, I'm leaving the town for a few months. No.
Yeah, there's no he has no notes scattered about or anything else like that.
No, he's very tidy. Everything is properly sealed away.
Even if I were to say, what would it be rolling then, Gray, to actually rustle a bit without letting things be noticed? But how high would the doom on that be?
That would probably be a penalty die.
Like a negative die, or would that be
No,
rolling 2 die?
basically a penalty die means you take your lowest roll.
It's like disadvantage in D&D. Roll 2 die, take the lower.
Yeah.
Let me look at my quickness. My quickness is 6. Ugh. What do you think, guys? What are you worth it?
I think you're pushing your luck a little bit, because if you get caught now, you basically don't have an excuse.
I mean, we got the idea here when seeing it around. There's not much else. I will not overly need to risk it. Wait a second. I can spend mood on things. Could I not? Let me go take a look at my mood.
You spend mood.
Well, let me take a look. Let me go take a look at the reference rules, mood notes. Spend 1 mood to get a maximum result on a current die. You can do. Oh wait, but even then, that wouldn't matter if my second roll's not high enough either.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or would I have to spend 2 mood?
Yeah, you couldn't spend. You think you can only spend mood 1?
Cute. Well then. And what would the doom be again, Gray? 3?
Yes.
4?
Yes, still 3. The place isn't really on guard, so you've got relatively low doom at the moment.
And the most likely fact, if I mess this up, I would basically raise the doom during the day, wouldn't it?
Pretty much for this location, yeah, and maybe of a hostile, not hostile, but you know what I mean.
Other parts of the city.
Yeah.
Correct. So if there was to be anything, would there be anything really findable here? You know
Yeah.
what? I only have a D6. Be a coward. I'm going to go. Well, I'm going to leave.
That's fine.
And a part of valor, mate. Sometimes it's the right call.
Look, I have my. I would basically be like. I would have to say like 2D6. Don't roll a 1 or 2.
Yeah. And you'd be rolling at a penalty, so either of those dice coming up a 1 or a 2 as well.
It's not. Okay, no, everything is good. I know the lay of the land. I have an idea of how they get things in here. My face is recognizable, so no one would take too much of a notice. I think I'm good for doing a sneak in.
Yeah.
Have I determined where? Oh, well, one last thing. Have I been able to determine where if anything could be added in to the shipments, where that would be a good place to do so? Where would the tamper point be? Is the question.
Probably breaking into the warehouse the night before.
All right, then I need to be able to survey the warehouse. I guess that would be a reason roll then, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you know what? This one, at least this right here would not completely backfire on me. My reason is 6 still. All right, that's at least doable. Okay, there we go. I have a way in, or have a way how to do it. I'll make sure that at least one of the windows is unlatched.
Okay.
One of the windows is unlatched. There's a there is some place I can sail down, all that kind of such. You know, boxes placed so there you can easily let yourself in without much noise.
Yeah.
All right, that's everything I can do. That's my
Yeah.
7 days.
All right. Who dies next? Wait.
Yep, wait, what?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay. So you got your plan set up for the battery. Do you need anything specific, like reagent-wise, for your spell, Simon? For holding
Nope.
it?
I just need some kind of a rock because it's a closed spell.
Oh, yeah.
Rock, a bag, a piece of paper, anything really will do.
Drink carb, slipping that, kill reading dust grey. Yeah.
Handful of gunpowder, you know.
Yeah, you just have to pick a trigger.
Mm-hmm. I'm going with Generalist because I don't see the point of holding a high spell in one. That just seems silly.
Yep. All right. So you got about a week left. Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
I feel like the other thing we could reasonably do is a little rabble rousing outside of the walls.
Been doing that.
I thought you were doing it inside the walls. My apologies.
Nope.
Ah,
Nope. Outside the walls, right in the part nearest the Grand Battery.
oh, good. Okay, my apologies. I thought you were doing it inside.
You could also do.
I figure the guys on the outside are probably more rabble-y to be roused.
Yes.
You could do your sneaky infiltration of the fortress.
Yes. That was if there was another plan available. I think I should do that. It's night.
It is night. Suddenly it just becomes night.
Yeah. Invoking the rule of assassin. Whatever's going on, it's nighttime.
Okay.
Plus, I'm bright blue. I need every bit of help I can get.
I mean, you can just ash yourself up and be a dark blue.
Wouldn't that be more of a sort of puce color? Unless you got the mix right.
Maybe.
Anyway. Let's go at nighttime. That's easier. But yes, I will essentially, once it's nighttime, I will first of all see if I can sort of get close enough to the walls to say somewhere that's legal, but it's just simply abandoned. So say around here-ish in the side of the old district, and get a look at how often are the walls patrolled, that sort of thing, before I actually go in.
Okay.
Does it look like, for example, they're fairly studious, or is it they're sort of just marking time and go back to bed?
This is the fortress, isn't it?
This is the fortress, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Probably reason again.
Yep, sure. No.
No, you can't see. They seem to change the shifts. Also, the fortress walls are much taller. So you can see guards on the gate, but the guards on the gates are obviously the most, aware guys.
Yep, no, that's reasonable enough. Okay. Plan B, then. This fortress, must presumably have some sort of sewerage grate.
Yes.
I just need to find it. So I'm going to sort of say, if I'm going to try and swim, relatively close into the walls, you know how there's that thing where if you're close enough to something, nobody looks straight down by and large. So my plan is, if I sort of tuck close enough to the walls, I'm going to just see if I can find this grate. And hopefully, if I could find it at a later day, because we've still got a week at this point, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is just the recce day. I want to go in, find the grate, if I can. I have a backup, I have the next couple of segments if I can find this.
Okay.
Without getting spotted, naturally. And yes, added pretty much. Thank you. But don't make me a stick man, please. Added's making Order of the Stick references. I have to respect them. Okay. What would it? Would it be to sort of keep stealthy swimming through the water?
Yes, it'd have to be the water.
Yes.
You would probably know pretty well that the idea of them having a sewer grate on the land side of a sea fortress is not likely.
No, exactly.
They're going to use nature's toilet.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Just think of how cool this will all be, telling the guys at work around the office cooler at Murderers All Are Us.
Pretty much. So what sort of dice roll would it be then to sort of actually go in and sort of swim along and find the grate?
Probably a strength.
Okay, sure.
Because, you got to swim because you're next to the fortress, you're going to have the tides pushing you, and you really don't want to get smashed against the side of the fortress.
Ooh. No, that's fair. Okay. I'm also going to invoke the whole doom reduction for myself for the scene.
Okay.
Being Islander. Okay. Didn't particularly need it on that occasion, but no, fine. Swimming along.
Yep. So, you're able to swim around the edge of the fortress quite nicely and quietly. And come across the grate, which is kind of just off one of the sides. So out there. Sealed stone, not iron. Because obviously you don't put an iron grate next to seawater if you want it don't want to have to change it every 30 seconds. So rather than the grate, it's basically a channel with a series of small stone pillars going by that make it too small for a human to get through. You can get your arm in, but that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, I was hoping, to be honest, it'd be slightly bigger because I'm going to have to try and... My grand hope was that it was big enough but locked so I could sort of open the gate and use that as an access point, but this feels like it's too small access, so...
I mean, you could probably wiggle in.
Yeah, true. Okay. Day
Just-
2 of the week.
Yep.
Just a little bit of grease and some quickness.
Well,
Mm.
yes, but
Go ahead.
I'm also going to just do a little bit of part of sort of making it slightly easier for myself. Basically, the way I see it, this is going to be my week going back and forth and chipping away at this to make it A, easier for someone to get in, and B, so we can use it as a means to get into the fortress. Is the grand goal. So say day 2, I'm just going to... I need water skins to keep myself actually warm enough while I'm sabotaging this thing. I figure the marketplace must have a... You know what I mean when I say water skin, right? Sort of a thick sort of coat for...
Like a wet skin?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, like just an old-fashioned one of those, like you see lighthouse keepers used to wear.
If I didn't have to do the fog, I have a spell that does exactly that.
Yeah, but I really think we want you on fog duty.
We want me on fog.
Yeah. Fog
Yeah.
is absolutely the right call for you. This was my thinking. So,
Do I have
so
anything
day
bulk
2 is
that
then
would
I'm
be
going to
useful
get
here?
some water skins from the marketplace, and essentially, I still have the tools I would have used for the little old lady mage's roof work, like chisels and hammers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
On night 2, I want to swim out there and I want to start basically chipping away at some of the stonework to make it big enough where you can actually get in more easily. I appreciate this is not going to be this isn't going to be. It's probably not going to be a quick job.
Yeah.
But I have a few days. I reckon I could sort of keep the pace enough where I could do enough in a few days without blowing what I'm up to.
Right. This is definitely going to be a strength for a penalty.
Yep, that's fair enough.
Because
Penalty for the
this
cold.
is not, you're trying to do it quietly, you're trying to do it in a bad position.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's entirely valid.
what can you pull against that then?
I mean, I'm going to say that
Been good for both.
Miman Johannes, we've discussed this last time, he's blown up walls before as part of his job.
Yes.
We invoked the Architect of the Outpost 17 massacre for that. I would argue again.
Yep.
This is destruction of. Okay, it's a little less
The,
dramatic.
the sappers create, essentially.
Essentially, yeah. Sometimes you go through the wall rather than over it. So, do you add the +4 to? No, presumably because it's a pound
You roll an
die.
extra d4.
Yes, that's it.
You
Okay.
roll an extra d4, and then is it the doom, or what's the
He's still
I thought you rolled
targeting the
your-
doom. So he's rolling his d6 for his strength.
Yep.
His d4 for his
For
thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and taking the lowest.
Yep. Okay. Cool. And the doom is at -1 for this scene.
Yeah, so you're aiming for a 2. So as long as you don't snake eyes either of these, you're fine. There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. We'll say it takes you a few days to be careful about it, but with those rolls, you pretty easily crack open the old thing and make just enough of a hole that you'll be able to squeeze through while not being visible from above. Not that anyone ever checks the poop chute, but yeah.
No.
I mean, the Guardian robe has been the final seat of Minya King.
But they can often think it's like it's not like it's just climbing up a normal toilet guard rope. This is I'm trying to get in through the sea into a fortress.
Yeah. But what I'm hoping here is if the fog plan goes ahead, which by all current measures we currently can do, we could have barbarians rowing up to the fortress, coming in through this hole I'm making. So what I'm doing I've got 2 things to do with the rest of the week as a plan. I want to find where the sewer access goes, and essentially, you know how you used to make wax imprints of keys and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Basically, I want to find whatever room this comes into, or whatever access grate you would need to open, and either break the lock so people could just lift it up. Actually, that's just easier than futzing around with the false key now I stop and think about it. Yeah.
Yep.
Because again, I would turn around and presume they're probably not going to spend much time looking at the sewer grates until there's a problem. So as long as this is only happening a couple of days before the invasion fleet arrives, I could just break the grate so that people could just come in and straight up and out.
So you're telling me they don't really have that grade of sewers?
That was terrible, but yes. That is exactly what we're going for.
Ray,
God,
I think
you're on
this card
full-
needs a hearts penalty on his next roll.
Yeah, you're
he's-
full on.
He's full
You're
on pudding
full on-
tonight.
Yeah, he's clearly gone Pungineer as his prestige class.
I mean, that was just
Hmm.
So, I feel like, is it strength or? Well, I suppose it would be strength for sabotaging a gate lock, or would it be quickness?
Probably quickness for a lock.
Yeah, because I'm not
'Cause-
trying to take it off hinges. I'm just doing the lock in.
Yeah, because there's no lock gate on the outside, but they would need access. So once you go a bit in, you'll find the actual access lock, and that's locked and probably rusted.
And that's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
They're not going to want to actually go in that often. It's probably something that gets checked every year or so if they remember.
I mean, to be fair, that's a big if. Do you remember, slight tangent, there's that whole story about a German king who died because he fell through a lavatory in a church because they hadn't checked it for several years. And it just collapsed in the middle of a big conference. I'd have to look up which one it was later. But
Yes, that's what one could say was a veritable shitstorm.
yeah. Hey! Oh, God. Parts and mood penalty for discard on this next roll, please.
Not forgiven, discard. Not forgiven.
All right, so quickness against Doom then? Who do
yes.
the lock-in?
Quickness against your Doom. Yep.
Okay.
Clunk. It's not that badly rusted.
Good, good. So the last thing I want to do then, before we actually have to go into like the immediate before prep siege, is where the sewer grate is the outside of the wall, right? What I want to do is get like some grease paint or something and just daub the barbarian. I've just forgotten the name of the blooming barbarian warlord. But if we daub her symbol above where the sewer grate is, it's a sign of when you go in, the grate is here. I'm trying to guide the barbarians into the breach, essentially.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
So
I'm very familiar with this coastline. I'm going to be sick of it by the time the siege starts.
You already are.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be certain. You smell at this point.
I mean, to be fair, that just means I blend in better with the rest of the city.
Does it smell that bad?
You have no idea. Remember, I've been rooting around in the sewer access of a fortress on a port city.
The way you got to realise that this isn't like... They don't have flush toilets. Basically, they're seaside. So what they do is every day someone will come up, they'll get a bucket and they'll flush a bucket or two of water down every toilet to kind of push it down. And it will get so far, and mostly it'll be the tide that kind of drags it out. So if you have a low tide, it's not going to get all the way up there.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, so he would be sick, but unfortunately he's immortal. But actually, that's a good point. We should probably check the disease rules. Thanks, Lone Ranger. Serpentis will love you.
Oh,
Loud!
Yes, good call.
You dick.
Where are you?
Okay, dysentery.
Good times.
Oh, God damn it. This is freaking Oregon Trail.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. Okay, strength
Just
check.
like the flu, only worse.
And I'd say strength check. I'd say penalty, but I don't think you've got anything to fight against this, so it's not going to make a difference.
No, just my sheer contempt for the person in chat who mentioned this, who shall not be named.
You mean
enjoying himself now? It's fine.
Yeah, that's
the sheer contempt you have for sickness in general.
On the plus side, though, you'll be able to get, if you survive through this, you'll be able to get a good history.
Yep. Yeah, sole saboteur of the Breakwater Fortress. Yes, we just won't mention the dysentery. All right. Did you say you're hitting me with a penalty die or no on this?
A penalty die, but I don't think it'll matter because you're only rolling one dice.
Okay. Okay.
Strength check.
Am I fighting Doom on this?
So?
Am I rolling against Doom? Sorry, here. Or...
It's a strength check against 4, the virulence number.
Oh, I see. It's not Doom. It's just flat 4. Okay.
It's flat 4 for dysentery.
Gotcha.
I love the silence. Okay.
If only you could spend a mood to get your max. But we'll see.
I think you can.
Well, just go take a look at can you see the reference sheet I had there? Because there's the mood rolls are in there. You can use a mood
And these
for.
mood ways. Spend 1 mood point to gain the maximum result on your current die. You can do this even after you've rolled the die and you know the result. You know what? Good shout. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be angry about it in character. I'm just going to be so cross about the possibility that the disease cannot reach me.
You get so angry you scrub yourself down.
You just feel it coming on. Be like,
like
no.
Spending a week cracking open a sewer sounds like something that would damage your mood.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's also
fair.
true.
So I'm just not as happy as I used to be because I spent a week doing the horrible siege work.
Yeah.
It's like,
All the
I'm reading the
miserable
Horus Heresy, and like the whole reason the Iron Warriors broke is because they basically spent years doing siege work, which is nasty work. It's kind of like, we don't want to do this anymore.
And doing this over and over again and never got any of the glory. You're damn right we got bored and miserable. Sorry, I'm Iron Warrior boy. Shoot.
Okay.
It's also the fact that how much a prick Perturabo was.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
He had a hard life, but he was also a dick.
I don't think any of the Primarchs had that much of an easy life.
I
Oh, Dawn.
don't know.
Dawn.
Dawn did.
Yeah.
Dawn had a pretty easy going of it, and I think Fulgrim, after like the first stage, had a fairly easy going of it as well.
I mean, Dawn having an easy life would pretty much explain Dawn to the T. Anyway, that's 40k.
Actually, true. Sorry, yeah, 40k.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's my fault. I started that.
So yeah, that's basically everything that Johannes is doing before the immediate 24 hours bit, as it were.
Yep. Right. So you've got a breach. I suppose the only thing to do is prepare for the
big day.
The big day. Get your final pieces into place. So we'll get that done, and that's probably a good place to end the session, I think.
Yes.
Because we've got a few bits to do still. So.
Yes, because we still have to actually get to the explosive spell
Into place. Yep.
Yes.
I think the first thing to do would be to cast the spell.
Oh, I don't have to roll for it until it goes off. I do have to roll for it when it goes off, though.
Oh, so hang on. You can make the explosive without rolling, essentially.
Yes.
Huh.
Because it's just setting it on fire.
So it's getting it in place is the first part.
Where's
so
this?
I need
I've
to
lost
go.
this again.
What's up? I lost the signal.
I've lost the bit where it talks about being able to.
It's under scrolls.
Scrolls, magic, and potions. There we go.
But the part I'm looking at is the surges and effects. No, interference and surges. Yes? Yes. The spell doesn't normally require a roll, but there's a possibility of a surge. You still roll your magic die with one being a surge.
Yeah.
When the spell takes effect.
You're right. Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now, in this case, the area of effect is basically a 3-foot square.
Yeah.
Well, sphere.
Right. So
Where
yes,
everything
you just
is on
basically cast
fire.
your spell, and we'll see how badly you screwed up later. Which is a very interesting way of doing it.
We can roll now. I don't mind.
No, the rules say we do it.
We'll leave it. We'll leave it for the day of.
Oh yeah, we're good.
It leaves some spicy
He's got other
It's
spells
also fun
to
to
cast,
roll it
isn't
while I'm actually putting the thing in the spell.
Yeah. It makes more sense to do it then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's also the fact. Well, it's also the fact. It's like it's like any bomb. You don't know if you did it properly until it goes off. I mean,
yeah, true. We've rolled for it now.
No,
Anyway.
but I know it goes terribly badly if it when I cast it.
Yeah. All right. So you have a tub full of gunpowder that has a rock buried in the bottom. So.
And now I need to get it in place, right?
You need to get it in place.
So I'm infiltrating this into the battery, right?
Yep.
Into the magazine.
Into the magazine.
So what would I? So what's the doom on that, Gray? As I go into a costume shop saying I am dressing for a fancy party, and I need my bandito mask. I need bandito gear as I dress up for it.
Well, no, I'm going to drop it off at the regular people who supply it. You just need to walk in it and put it in a good place.
No. So I'm not doing
really
infiltration.
Anywhere. As long as it's, in range of the rest of the gunpowder.
Yeah, I'm just getting in the magazine.
Mhm.
Well then, would that be a social roll to get it in without getting without anyone noticing or suspecting anything, or what?
It's part of the regular shipment, so you're just
Yeah.
walking it in as insurance.
All you have to do is not be suspicious.
Don't be
So I think
suspicious.
it's just a role to make sure you don't act suspicious because the pressure's on. This is the way I'm looking at it.
So this is so this would be my what would this be, charisma or something?
Charisma,
No
yeah.
All right then. Versus what kind of doom?
Just 3. No one's
I'm
overly
going to use
suspicious.
my Islander ability to reduce the doom by 1 as I send you off. Good luck. Break a leg.
Great show. Great show.
All right.
Because
There we go.
Islander.
Look, I can use when the further down the game I am, I can use more inspirations and everything to get higher on things.
Don't get high while trying to smuggle black powder, which has been primed into a fortress we really need you not shipping out right now. Just saying.
What happened? Well, he got high.
Da 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 da.
But then
da.
I
Oh
But then
god,
I
I
got
didn't even
high.
think about that. I'm sorry.
No, that's now
Why
verbally
did
wedged
anyone
ahead.
die?
My job is done.
Because he got high.
la-da-dee.
Because he got high. Because he got high.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry.
anyway, so I got my thing. So it's in place, I guess.
The gunpowder is all there and ready to rock.
No daring of sailing into the thing. No fancy
No,
masks.
you did your prep
and-
work.
No, real spy work is just like this.
This is pretty much how it goes, you know.
I'm taking a
Well,
point of mood
really,
damage
it's more
because
talking to people than anything. But
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go take a point of mood damage because there's no real daring do in this.
I like
That's
that.
fair.
If I was in his shoes, I would argue the assassin would be getting mood back at this point, knowing that things were going well. But no, the hero should be taking mood damage. You're right,
Yeah.
because
Yep.
this is totally not risky.
You whistling overly nonchalantly, and no one even pays you any attention.
No one is just everything's going well, and there's no daring do, no thing to give me. Not getting my adrenaline rush here, sirs.
the adrenaline comes when the explosion happens.
Yes.
Or does it happen?
Oh, it'll happen.
We'll see.
The only real question is what kind of explosion happens.
Ducks everywhere.
Yeah, see, that's what could go wrong.
The mallards are restless.
Oh
The thing is, you're in a major city, so the chance of a catastrophic storm is pretty high. So, for the people watching who don't know, if he rolls a 1 when he casts a spell, every other magic user in a range has to cast a spell. That's a
In
check.
the AoE. It's
yeah.
the fog that's going to be the interesting
The
one.
fog
Greg,
is going to be the interesting one.
because that's
Yeah.
going big.
Yeah,
Um,
little old Miss Marple Wizard hopefully won't be directly in the fog area at that point, but yeah, she might be close enough to get in the backlash, might she?
try
What,
to see the bit
the
that tells
tower?
you.
I'm hoping she's done by the time I cast that.
Fair
Because she
point.
could
Yeah.
counterspell it.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm suspecting she's a bit more than level 2.
I would think so.
It's hard to say.
I mean, yeah. Full disclosure, yes. My job on the action invasion day is going to be killing them. I would appreciate. Well, depends what else plans you have to do beyond the fog, but I honestly think us getting rid of the mage is a good all-day plan.
See, there was a table somewhere which I can't find now that tells you how many people, roughly, with magic spellbound people would be in a certain area.
Oh, that sounds like something in the DM section. Yeah,
Mm.
I've not seen anything like that. So
But
But yeah. That's the best year, I don't care. Is it Spellbound Kingdoms? So, anything else planning wise?
Not that I can see.
I think we've done. I mean, we did try and do a little bit of public priming. That didn't happen as much. We've done the posters. We've done the powder. We've made a hole in the fortress for the barbarians to get through. we've at least primed the tower so we can get up there and try and gank the wizard when she starts trying to counter stuff. I think we've covered all the bases. Does anyone else? Have we missed any of the plans we discussed earlier?
Nothing I can think of.
No, we'll just have to babysit them now, make sure that the wizard does die, and make sure that if the powder goes off early, then we'd have to do some extra, like, rabble-rousing to make sure that they don't simply get transshipped from the fortress.
Oh, yeah. Chat has actually made a good point. The gunpowder might not become ducks. It might become those chicken raptors from earlier. Or geese raptors.
It might.
Yeah.
Of course, they already exist, so there's a smaller chance of that.
That is true, yes. Oh, does it have to be something that doesn't exist before?
No.
No, it could be anything.
Mm. In that case, yeah, I think
I think we're ready for the big day and for everything to go wrong.
Yeah. All right. Seeing that was a bit quicker than I was expecting.
In fairness, gambling against us overthinking every detail, knowing how this group has operated, is not unreasonable.
Yeah.
True.
I
Very, very.
if I had more socialiting to do, I would be trying to do more infiltration. I would be interested in those warehouses the governor does, if they're just base corruption or what's there.
Hey, look at it
you
this
know
way.
what? How much time do we have after the? We have like what, 4 days?
Yeah. Got 4 or 5 days.
Is it possible to just before the things, just like next time we meet up, because we know we have a few days before that. Like, all right, gentlemen, everything seems to be in place, right? Everything good for you guys?
I haven't stopped smelling of fish for 3 days.
Yeah, you do seem kind of passine. Seems like everything's in place. Though I do have this one thing. There is these warehouses that were known for being where they. Do you want to go and see if there's any illicit goods that they may have been that were, free obtainable? One would say. See what kind of smuggling she's doing, if anything. Small raid house. What about you? Want to do a small warehouse raid? Well, that's raid, more infiltration.
Not a
Could be
bad
fun.
plan. If all else fails, we could just make it look like some of the rebels were trying to kick it over and create some more tension, is my thought.
Somebody was looking around for their someone was trying to find dirt on somebody. I mean, even if these strange bribery forms mean you can't really be prosecuted for corruption, I'm sure that if anyone is working, corruption beyond that point, or working a court beyond that. What do you say? Let's go give it a look.
I'd be prepared to at least try.
We've been working for on the docks grade. Do I know where generally these things would be?
Yeah.
Like dock 13-27-5?
Yeah, you would probably have picked up that certain warehouses are where she stores her stuff.
Cool. Let's go.
Like we don't go to this warehouse. We put stuff in here, but we never take anything out.
Mm-hmm. All right then. Well then, night falls. Ka-ching.
Here we go.
That's the assassin's power. You be careful now. You ask me nicely if you want it to be randomly nighttime.
Okay, puts the knife back up. Is it okay to be nighttime now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, slams curtain down.
Look, Johannes is still in a bad mood post nearly streaking of dysentery. Don't expect him to do things easy.
All right, so I found out where it was. It's in the the world building section. That every town will have a certain thing.
Oh, how many Spellbound will be in it?
Yeah.
Right.
So it'll be for this type of place. It'll probably be what's this river one. Lost it now. Like 4 to 6 for a town. We'll be in the range whenever it goes. So we'll split the distance and say 5.
Okay. And one of them is little old wizard lady up in the...
No, this is just general spellbound individuals who are in range for your spell. So if you set a spell off in a town, the chance that there will be on average 5 people in range who would be spellbound.
Susceptible.
Yeah. So I'd go roll 5d6, and then we go 2, 2, 5, 5, no one's gone. Oh look, someone's in that second roll. We got a 1, which means the chain starts.
Oh god, here we go.
So
Yep.
yeah,
That's how it goes.
just thought I wanted to bring the mechanic up just so people watching or listening know the risk.
Let me just
Understand
hang
just how shit scary magic is.
Yes.
Let me just hang Chekhov's gun here by the door. No reason.
No reason. We'll
Just
need
gonna put it on a shield, just nice little name plaque underneath it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's not Chekhov's, here's the magic self-destruction explosion button in the rulebook. What's it
It's-
for?
The just putting down the memory or the history eraser button.
Okay, I'd hope we didn't do it that badly.
Why is this on fire? Okay, so yes, you found your warehouse.
Okay. So, is there any guards or anything? Is it guarded or is it just like empty?
Maybe, well,
Or is it?
there'll probably be a guard on patrol in the area, but probably nothing.
All right.
Just on that
Ford,
one.
having previously acquired this bandito suit,
It's not going to
Now-
waste it.
I'm not wasting it. I was going to use this infiltration, and then Yarn just decided something completely inane. So I'm getting my mood.
Hey,
so I'm
hey,
getting
don't
that point of
blame me
mood back.
Don't blame Yarn. He's in a completely different campaign. He's dead.
Not Yarn. I mean, not Yarn. Arn.
Hey, Arn did his job properly.
Yes.
Be more
Boring.
Maybe
That-
Samantha's better to start mix up his character names a bit more.
I
Hey,
do
hey,
nothing against you,
Arn-
Ed. I'm just
hey.
making a joke.
John and Johannes are very different names.
I know.
All right. So let's go and sneak. Let's go slip up to the warehouse.
Yep.
Wait, 3. Wait, that was a D6, supposedly. Sorry. But this is a D6, not D8. Not a D86. Oh, god damn it.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
86.
Who goes that?
Who goes?
You spotted by the guard.
Meow.
What the hell? What kind of iron-booted cat?
Clunk, clunk, clunk. What bloody Puss in Boots is back.
Oh no! Wasn't 2 movies enough?
Dear.
Sorry, give me a minute.
Urge to chase cat rising.
So does that work right or no?
Yeah, sadly, yes. Apparently, you just distract them. Actually, no,
Oh
this
my
would be a post roll.
All right,
oh,
give it a shot.
going full Gilbert and Sullivan, are we?
Ooh.
Okay. Oh god, no, the guards have sense.
Well, they still beat you then. So, come out whoever you want. That was the worst impression of a cat I've ever heard, and I've heard a few in my day.
Mm.
What
Yarn, you wanna
animal are you impersonating there?
Well, I'm asked up anyway. I'm gonna come out in full swagger because I have spurs on my boots and a bad Mito mask on. So yes, pilgrim.
Okay.
Just basically look at you and go for his whistle. It's like bringing it up to his mouth.
Throw rock. 3. Separate doom.
Fortunately, yes.
Just
I think this is more
go.
of a dodge attempt for him.
Yeah, try it. God damn!
God God, it's more dangerous than anything we've done in the main plot.
Well,
You've just been rolling well
okay.
for the main plot.
time for me to distract the guards. We're running away. Good luck, Yarn. Good
Not
luck, Johannes. Run. You know what? No, mood. 6.
There's another point in mood.
Yeah, I'm just taking him. What's the point of mood? Just to go for a sterling chase. What? Oh, we have chase rolls now, don't we?
Oh,
We do.
come on,
We
let's
do.
use the chase rules. The guards are
And
on
for
you.
what-
You
having
decide
to
to
do
wander down to one of these warehouses. Now we've got chase rules.
Great. Just before the chase starts, can we just say that Johannes is on a different rooftop and has been waiting for this shit show to fail so that he can go in when the guards are chasing Cord?
So tempted to turn into a werewolf and just start chasing the fake cat.
Yes.
Bark, 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 bark. Is that werewolf yelling bark? Shut up! Bark, 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 bark.
Okay.
What Gilbert and Sullivan bullshit is this?
You
Bog
rate that.
standard.
I mean, I totally rate it, but it's still
This is Monty Python level, and you know it.
Rather.
Look. This.
fine. I go and get a fish to slap the last guard with so I can get to the warehouse while this chase bullshit is going on in the background.
A legitimate
Sorry.
plan.
Sorry, I'll let you do the chase. My bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, I'm curious what's in the warehouse too.
No, the chase has to go first because you have to drag it out long enough for me to get in and out, is my
All
thinking.
right. So,
Yes.
this is obviously rooftops.
Mm-hmm.
You've got streets. I'm assuming you're doing this at night.
Yes. Nighttime.
So, there's not going to be that many people on the thing. The streets, just your normal revelers.
Mm-hmm.
So, chase difficulty will be free.
What is that? What does that mean? It's like a Doom 3 or
Doom
what?
free, yes.
Basically.
Okay.
You now decide if you want to keep pace, push it, take it easy.
Push it.
You're going to push
right
it.
now.
Okay.
He's going to push.
He's going to push. And the guard is obviously going to push.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm going as Doom. So what am I? So when you're pushing, what happens?
you increase your chase difficulty by 1. But if you siege, you gain a
Mhm.
range increment.
Lets you pull ahead.
Yeah, you pull
Okay,
ahead
so-
basically.
So looking at, I'm going to tap one of my histories of the Great Hunt, just for being able to do long track and field.
Okay.
So that gives me at least a D4. So, yay!
There you go.
Sprint like the wind. Kicking off various things, sliding between revelers.
Are you doing? Sorry, are you going Assassin's Creed style on pure acrobatics, or are you doing more like Errol Flynn swashbuckling sort of?
Yeah.
Gosh, Merrow Flynn, please.
Okay,
Okay.
just checking.
So the guard is following after you. He's also going to attempt a trick.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to blow his whistle as he does to summon in more guards. And he does. The sounds of like police whistles echo from you. He whistles, the whistles return.
So where am I right now on the map, Gray?
Oh, I actually have to use the token.
Oh my god, tokens.
My god, all the tokens have gone.
Getting to actually do things on a map. Ooh.
My god, that's the one thing that apparently is missing from this.
Are you leaving Wheatforge? Yeah, because you were leaving the wheat as warehouses. Were you?
Oop, that
Oh, no,
is
it wasn't
not the
Wheat,
right
that's what
picture.
it is. Sorry, it was the different houses.
Where's Chad's picture?
Where's whose?
Cord.
Oh, I mean, Cord is a bit of a Chad, yes, but
Where's this picture? Go back. No,
I mean, it's on his
it's got a number, that's why.
I appreciate this conflict is entirely self-inflicted.
yes. But on the other hand, It's fantastic. Job well done, sir.
Oh wait, was he pushing? Was he still under the under thing of pushing it when he made the when he made his whistle check?
That's for a different part of the role.
Okay.
Ooh, created as a character.
Yay!
When I dropped it down, it gave me options. I'm not used to that. We updated Fancy Ground, not Fancy Ground. Oh god, Foundry.
Foundry.
So you just kind of like you'll explode out of kind of like weak force. I can't move you. Can you move you?
I can't move me either. I can highlight myself, but I can't collect myself.
What have I done?
I'm slowly taking over the entire map.
We have entered the discard zone. Nobody knows anymore.
Right. Oh, this is a mod. This is what happens. This is a mod mismatch. I've had this before. All right, we won't worry. You're vaguely coming out of the docks, heading towards the cat streets if you want.
Well, I can take well, basically I can take make the marks here. So I'm coming out, say, going this way. Right.
Yep, that seems fine.
All right, then I'm gonna see if I'm going to make a trick for my study of relative alleyways and so forth that I can use because I'm going into the more of the crisscrossy districts.
Okay.
So 6. No, okay, I'm getting lost. But if I get lost, maybe they will get lost too. So I'm going to push it. And I can do 2 histories at a time. So I'm going to pull up my Great Hunt again, since I am the one who is hunted now. Good. Okay. So I'm still pushing it and still ahead.
Okay. You will continue to push.
This is I feel as if I'm on a star bridge.
Yeah. And we'll roll for. Well, the other guys are having trouble finding you in the dark.
Congratulations, you've confused yourself so hard you confused everyone else as well.
That was his plan all along.
Yeah.
So going down this way into the relative area. I am going to attempt to cut through a building. A building.
Okay.
So I'm going to trick through a door with my shoulder.
Classic giant sword techniques. Cut through a building.
I'm going to spin a mood on that. I'm going to be very cross because I forgot, because I'm going to spin a mood on that to go through the other door because I went through the pull door, not the push door.
No, you went through the exit door, not the entrance door. You had to come back around and go through the exit door, entrance door properly.
So anyway, that's an 8 on that. So going to push, or no, I'm going to maintain pace.
Okay. He's going to try and push and try and catch up with you.
Lost 2
Alright.
lengths.
And he gains a length. And I think 3 length change would be enough for you to basically just get tackled by this guard. It's like, you're coming with me.
You're coming with me.
Alright, strength grapple.
Nope. Damn it. One last move use, or I'm going to be in a bad way.
You could get arrested the night before the main thing.
I don't want to be arrested, so I'm on mood 0, but I am currently running with this man around my waist.
Okay. You keep him going.
Mm-hmm. So one last check for see if I can get a lead. There we go.
Alright. Do you want to make a strength check?
Alright, let's see if I can push him off.
Yeah.
There we go. Nope, you go down.
He can't even beat that. Ooh, he might be able to. Ooh.
What? Even?
He exploded. Twice.
He did on my.
Somehow he digs deep and he gets that thing, and you can see you can hear like whistles getting closer now. You're gonna have to take more drastic actions. This guy's trying to restrain you. Violent force has not entered his mind yet, but he's got you, and he's apparently the best guard in the city.
Yeah, did you piss off like the guard captain on his day off? It's just like, I am officially done with this. I am chasing down this weirdo in a Errol Flynn suit.
Look,
does he have
Constable
cardboard
McLean?
shoes or red hair?
Huh? He's wearing like a string vest. His name is Officer McLean.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! This guard don't have any detonators.
You know what? Nah. Okay, you want drastic. You want drastic. I'm sure this is being. I'm going to see if I could take a tumble off a high rise or a roof. We're currently on as I have worked my way around this. If there is any long drop, I'm going to see if I can take a catapult off the drop and drop on him, and then roll off to keep going. So.
In before Discard
Nope.
throws himself directly into an open jail cell.
Hello, jail cell. How you doing?
He finds like a random guard post and just body checks the roof.
All right. So you know what, Gray? Let's just take the fact that I probably am just going to be captured before the day of.
Oh my god! This entire warehouse diversion.
Yep.
I feel like this is how real life sieges were lost.
Pretty much.
Okay, well, let's finish his arrest first. I have some questions about the warehouse,
Right.
but
So, at this point,
God.
he's got him. Like, other guys will pile on and just get dragged down. Like, Claude disappears under a pile of watchmen. And at some point, a club will make contact to his head and it'll be lights out.
I have to respect the fact. I got to respect the hustle of how badly that went.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Apparently, freaking.
How did I know fucking Sam Vimes was on duty today?
I didn't know. But yeah,
I don't know.
he exploded several times there, that's just a dice. Yeah, that's what killed Rogue Trader campaign. Sometimes dice happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
Jeez.
Well, now I'm going to have to facilitate a daring escape before that. Anyway, what about the warehouse, Gray?
Yeah.
Right.
Can we?
Back to the warehouse.
Is at least the entry team job slightly easier now that everyone has gone after the most obvious thief in the entire freaking city, apparently.
Yes,
On a
the huge guy in the yellow jacket has attracted all the guards in the area, and every bystander is also watching this amazing chase and, wondering when the police got so good.
This is the peril of causing all the paranoia about the rebels, isn't it?
Yeah.
They suddenly actually started doing their jobs properly.
They called the good cop out of retirement.
Yeah, he only had
That's
3
what
days
it
left.
is.
I
No,
mean,
he's
to be
been
fair,
called
he's
back from retirement.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just earned a day off. Take 1 day off of his retirement, sort of garden leave or whatever. He's done good. Okay. So the warehouses.
Warehouse is fairly open. A quick bonus dice on affecting entry.
Mm-hmm.
So yep, you can roll with a bonus.
Quickness?
Quickness, yeah.
And bonus dice, you roll twice and pick the higher, isn't it?
Bonus
dice is added to your normal roll.
Yeah.
They're rolled separately, not rolled twice or anything, but you choose the highest of them.
Oh, okay.
Roll both and pick the highest, sorry.
Which one is bonus dice? Is it just quickness again, or is it...
Oh, that's I'm just trying to find. I've given you something that I don't fully understand. Let's give it.
Oh, that's entirely fair. The rules reference.
Bonus dice.
Just everything goes wrong.
It's just in core mechanic.
Yeah, well, make life seem more interesting.
No.
roll all the dice, take the single highest. So, okay, so bonus dice basically doesn't help you at this point. You have to take an upgrade instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So bonus dice is basically you roll a dice last and you take that one, even if there's a penalty.
So do you want me to roll a die larger than as a replacement?
Yes, so roll a d12 instead.
Is it D10?
Oh, d10, yes, d10.
Yeah.
You can give him like 2 upgrades if you like.
Oh, okay.
Now it's a d12.
Yeah, that was a D12.
All right, you just walk up, flick the lock, and you're in before anyone even thinks about it.
So what's inside?
What's inside? Trade goods. It's pretty damn boring. It's a warehouse. So yeah, you get in, you kind of look around, and there's nothing in here that strikes you as that interesting, except for the fact you know it's all owned by one person. So nothing here itself is incriminatory. It's just the fact it exists is the problem. She's obviously waiting for market playing rather than keeping her like slush fund in cash. She's keeping it in non-perishable trade goods like golds and like furs, stuff like that.
Anything worth stealable?
Yeah, there's a whole lot stealable, but not worth that much. You could probably take a crate, so we get some gold off that.
Maybe, but honestly, this is the day before the invasion, right?
Pretty much, yes, that's what you said.
Why not just set this on fire? Why not just cause a massive inferno in the warehouse district? They'll be too busy fighting to pay attention to the invasion. That's going to be Johannes' logic. That's going to be mass chaos. All right. You say there's furs. You say there's trade goods. There's going to be, is there flour?
Yes, there'll be flour. Well, probably not flour because that's perishable. Oils? Yeah. There'll probably be some fancy oils knocking around.
Excellent. Right, okay. Going to keep it as simple as possible. Get oil containers, pour as appropriate to sort of, in the lieu of petrol, and just start setting corners of the warehouse on fire.
All right.
Set 3 or 4 small fires and then just book it. That should be enough to get most of the warehouse aflame. And if we're lucky, it'll spread to the rest of the warehouses around here and keep them busy until tomorrow.
Sounds like a good plan.
I mean, I'm just determining what stat this would be, to be honest.
I don't think you did start to set fire.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say technically I could evoke the architect of Outpost 17 again, because, again, this is more sabotage-based stuff. But if I'm completely in here unrumbled and the guards are all gone, I suppose there's no real challenge.
If you really want to do it boringly, yes. But if you want to say have it burn in a way that it makes a statement, it makes a big middle finger statement, you can do that too.
I could, but I've just seen what happens when people get cocky and try and error flin it.
True.
I'm not going to do that.
Just because it happened to me doesn't mean it has to happen to you.
Yes. That much is true. I do concede that. You may have hoovered up all the team's bad dice luck for the rest of the session.
That's very unlikely.
You can also Islander it away too. Okay?
Especially since he went and invoked it afterwards.
Yeah. But middle ground, what kind of role would it be to deliberately set the fire in such a way that it's guaranteed to spread outwards? Like, not in like a statement way, but just maximum spread into the other. If I'm trying to set it so it doesn't just burn down this warehouse, but it actually catches the district on fire.
That would be reason.
Okay, cool.
Don't we want to loot some of these warehouses?
Oh shit, that's a good shout. Yes, we do.
Well, you know what? But here's the thing. Maybe you just burn this one down. This is makes it personal to that one to the.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, if it's just this one that burns down, it's personal to the commander, while still being a huge distraction. You know what? Scotch that plan. Let's just burn down this one. If there's plenty of oils, set the blaze and then leg it. I'm assuming that, frankly, the horde arrest is causing enough of a distraction where by the time they get back, the fire should have taken hold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, time to retire Core the Bandito. Time to choose a Core revolutionary mastermind.
Okay. We'll nip back to Cord.
Do you need a hand breaking out?
I mean, when you find out, it'd be nice. You could spell me into a mouse or something.
No, I don't get that one yet. Next level.
You're saying, Gray?
Yeah, you'll come round in a standard jail cell a couple of hours later. Massive hit on your head. But yeah.
Listo, Dios.
And they've got your papers, and you can see someone at the desk who's going, good morning. How are you doing today? Or not morning, yeah. So you've come around. How are you doing, Mr. Elliot? Mr. Broadwin?
I got this unbelievable headache.
I'm not surprised. I mean, we'd be interested to know what you were doing around there. I mean, you did appear to be fairly guilty running away. So
I mean,
we'll wait for the morning, and I'm sure we can have a proper chat.
Yeah, I'm sure we could. I need to have a nap.
Alright, so you're in a standard jail cell. There's a guard who's not paying that much attention to you.
Like, how far? Like, is he close to the jail cell at all, or not?
No, he's not in reaching distance.
He's not. Is his keys dangling within finger distance,
No,
Gray?
and there's no dog either.
No dog. This is
No, I can't turn into dogs yet.
tragedy.
Only werewolf for now.
How about how is the window, the bars look particularly bendable?
They look pretty solid, but you could have a go.
Just gotta take a. Fair is fair. Nope.
This guy's just kind of watching you as you kind of just try and bend the bars with your own strength. It's kind of like,
I'm gonna look over and I'm just
all right,
be like,
says, we'll get you tested for whatever you're on. You know, there's things to help people like you. I see here that you've got work down the docks and, vagrant. Yeah, there's a chance to turn your life around, man. Really one massive chance, and you seem to be blowing it.
Look, how can I put this? I was doing good. It was great. I just wanted to do one thing. I just missed the thrill of the chase. I mean, look, all I did was be around the docks a little bit, saw one guard, he said oi, and I scampered. I just wanted to see if I still had the legs for it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, that guy was great. He just, I've been chased before, and that man did banger job.
Oh yeah, McLean. Yeah,
McLean is. He chased me like the devil himself.
Yeah, no, he's done a good job. He loves his work.
I can tell. It's just the fact of when he got me around the waist, he just wouldn't let go. It was like a
that's his
bulldog.
signature. Yeah, if he got you by the waist, that's it. You're done.
It's just. Look, I'm just gonna say it. This is embarrassing. It was. Just the vagrancy. Just, when you make things do, I may have done a tiny bit of illicit banditry and so forth, and it was all good, doing well. I just wanted a little bit of that adrenaline, But I get what I pay for, I guess.
Yep, I'd say you'll be processed in the morning.
Arrest.
Fair enough. You can't say worse than that.
Is it at this point where an assassin's intervention to help get you out would be useful?
I mean, you would if you wanted to. I'm just trying to be, calm with the guards and everything. Could you do me one favor? Just one favor.
Sure.
Could you not tell my boss? I'll do anything. Could you just not let my boss know about this? It'd be she works for you. She worked very well for me. Heart, okay.
Heart.
Please.
Because you are.
There we go. Okay, 1 second. Explosion.
Ooh.
Well, now the dice are on your side.
The freaking violin chorus comes out. The sad music. The tear in the eye. I would be such a disappointment. I would have been. I have beforehand, once upon a time, given my poor mama such a hard such a heartbreak that she literally died there on the spot when she found out of my banditic ways. This is why I tried to reform. If it happened again, I would not know what I would do.
Yeah. He won't have much to say to that, but he'll pretty much just nod and say, all right. We'll just say you're an unknown vagrant. He alters the record book a little bit.
You are bless you, sir. Bless you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the important part of that is you've kept Elliot Brodwin out of the law book.
Yay!
Yes, well done there.
I did not break my character.
All right.
Well, I broke my character. I didn't break my cover.
Yeah. So, yeah, at this point, you've done your job. You've been able to follow the rumours and stuff like that and found the police station. So, if you want to do a jailbreak, you can. There's only really one guard on duty at the moment.
If that's the case, I suppose the simplest way forward would just be going, the initially opening with the sort of, sorry, I heard something about the warehouse fire recently, but I need to talk to you in private. I'm scared. There's bad things going on. And sort of, word it that way.
Okay.
Got to get him to talk to me in his office rather than out in the street. And then when his back is turned, I will just basically coach him and take his keys.
Okay. So, I think that would be a kind of charisma roll against the Doom to get in there, followed by a quickness roll to try and knock him out.
That's fair. What I'm going to say is I'm going to spend a mood point to pass the charisma, because it's
Okay.
not one of my better stats. Actually, in all fairness, it's a D6 versus
It's
2.
6. It's not bad.
Nah, you know what? I'll give that a punt.
You can
'Cause
always
I've
play
got
it
the
afterwards.
Yeah, the Islander thing. So I'm going to reduce
Don't
my
spend
doom.
mood before you've rolled, definitely.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. All right, so going to invoke the Islander thing, reduce doom for the scene. So rolling charisma to get him in. Yes.
Yeah, you make it.
And
He'll
then-
kind of like, he stands up and he comes over and just kind of tries to comfort you.
Yeah, thank you. It's just been so absolutely terrible. Okay, now I'm invoking mood.
Yes.
God damn it, dice.
Wank. Dunk.
D8
The cops are
Two.
blessed. The cops are blessed in this town.
Yes, the cops in this place are amazing.
Breakwater
Apparently.
apparently might be a backwater for trade, but apparently it's got a law academy or something.
No, this is the backwater where they send every last policeman that did their job too well.
Oh, that makes
Oh
more
no,
sense.
the island of honest cops.
Yeah,
Yes.
shoot. This explains
This is-
so much.
This
But
explains
yes.
the ability for the to get away with such levels of corruption. There are too many honest cops on staff to that's protecting the rest of the town.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, this guy unfortunately is going to get coshed,
All right,
and I
he
will
gets-
find.
he'll go down, and you'll be able to easily release Discard or cord.
Lord.
Just keys in hand, just going. On the
You have
one
released
hand,
Discord.
you are one of the best distractions I have ever worked with. On the other,
They
overcomplicated slightly.
there are very good cops here.
Apparently.
I've
not-
been chased, but don't get me wrong. I have ran away from and after various sets of game, raptors, burgosauruses, freaking scyther, cabbage scythers,
Yeah, let's love
any
it.
other kind of thing. My lord, these men run.
Well, luckily we're knocking this place over today, so let's get you out of here. We've got work to do before the ships show up.
Yes, let's
Alright.
just point a good up, take the poor man and please put a pillow, put the local pillow under his head before leaving.
You know what? Yeah.
Look, he I'm just gonna say it was for a jail cell. I mean, I haven't really been in one for that long, but man, it was nice. The bench even had cushions and everything.
Better class.
Mm-hmm.
I
Alright.
do not know how to read you.
What do you mean?
I I can't tell if you're one of. I can't tell if you're running on complete nonsense or if you are actually completely Captain Jack Sparrowing this, or both.
You just gotta take life as you find it.
I can't knock that. Let's rejoin the others anyway. We've got
Right.
like
And I think that's a good place to end up. Thanks for spinning that out for another half hour.
Surprisingly, I
worries.
thought it went for like another hour. Whoops. I'm sad we couldn't get anyone else in on that. Sorry.
good lord.
No, it's
Good
fine.
lord.
I'm cracking up over here. That was great.
Yeah,
Alright.
good times.
And
Okay.
in fairness, we'll find out next session how badly the commander's hacked off and not paying attention because her warehouse burnt down as well. So it genuinely did some good.
Yep.
Just
It was
not
like
quite
the-
how I expected it.
It was the only plot point left over, so
Commitment to the bit.
Yep.
I mean, if I was still there, I probably would have helped you loot the place. Like we could just, two of us could have just, humped the material out.
Oh yeah. But on my own, I didn't have that much time.
yeah, it's fair enough. Setting it on fire was not to annoy anybody.
Well done, everyone.
Impromptu commie routine aside, everyone have a good time.
Thanks for
See you
watching,
next week.
everyone, and we'll see you all